Good afternoon, dear audience. My name is Veronica and I'm pleased to welcome you to the online webinar Secrets of Successful Investing in a PAMM Account. Firstly, let's check the sound and video. If you can clearly see and hear me, then type the plus sign into the online chat. As you are giving a feedback, I want to tell you about the issues that will be discussed today. Firstly, we will find out what the PAMM account is and what the main elements are. Also, today we will speak about advantages of the PAMM account. I will answer to you on the question, how does the PAMM account service work? Today we will learn how to invest in a PAMM account with two ways, through my Alpari or through the company website. Also today I want to speak with you about basic parameters that we need to choose a PAMM account. And also today I will tell you about an investment plan. Okay, and I want to begin with our first question, what the PAMM account is. The PAMM account is a special trading account that can consist of an unlimited number of investment accounts. The manager opens a PAMM account allocating a certain amount of their initial funds as a manager's capital. Then this trader opens a public proposal. This is a public offer of cooperation terms between him and you. In general, you can see their reward percentage that you need to pay for the successful trading of your from your profit in general. After manager sets offer on his PAMM account, you can find him into the ratings of the PAMM account. There you can choose and click on investment tab. Then after this, a trader begins his activity on the PAMM account. I mean, he begins trading with your funds and his personal funds, and after that profits and losses will divided among the participants of the PAMM account in the proportion of funds introduced in it. What is important that your money is protected from fraudulent transactions, because manager may not transfer these funds to another account or withdraw it to his personal account. He only can trade with your funds, and this is a big plus of the PAMM account service. Now I want to tell you a little bit about brief history of the PAMM account service. It was launched by Alpari on 21st of September 2008, and nowadays it brings together the largest number of managers and more than 650,000 investment accounts. Also, the service has received numerous prestigious awards and been selected by investors from the more than 40 countries around the world. Okay, and now let's continue with our next slide. Yes, and let's speak about the main elements of any PAMM account. The first key element is the manager's investment account, where all funds of the trader are allocated. This element contains manager's capital. This is a minimum amount for creation a PAMM account. It depends on the PAMM account types. It could be standard or ECN or Pro ECN or ECN MT5, and independence on this type. The manager must deposit his PAMM account with with a certain amount of funds. I'm sorry. Manager's capital is a non-withdrawable balance that could be removed only after liquidation of a PAMM account. This is like an additional incentive for the manager to exercise their caution in the trade. Manager's capital in the PAMM account ratings in the first group should be more than $3,000, 3,000 euro or 3,000 GLD, not less. This is one of conditions that manager should perform before his PAMM account will be replaced to the first group of rating. But the minimum amount for creation of public PAMM account is $300, 300 euro or 300 GLD. The next one key element is an investor's investment account, and this is your account. In general, I can say like this: minimum amount for investment in any public PAMM account is $10, 10 euro or 10 GLD, independent on PAMM account denomination. Next one element is the manager's proposal that may not exceed 50% of your profit, meaning that the manager could receive, for example, 50% of profit that you have earned with him in the process of trading. Manager's proposal could be single level or multi-level. Single level proposal means that no matter how much money you bring to this PAMM account, you'll pay a fixed reward percentage. For example, 42%. Manager set these parameters himself, and for each PAMM account you can see their own parameters. Okay, single level proposal works like this. This is first a fixed remuneration. Multi-level proposal works by the following rule: the greater the balance you deposit to the PAMM account, the lower the reward percentage. For example, if you invest between $10 and $100, you'll pay 50%. Between $100 and $1,000, about 40%, and more than 1,000, 30%. Something like this. The next one element is a request planner. Request planner contains 24 hours as a day. Request planner should contain a minimum one rollover per day. Rollover, this is equal to 1 hour, okay? And the manager can open 24 rollovers per day if he wants, if it's suits to his trading strategy. Request planner works by Eastern European time. At that moment, Eastern European time is equal to GMT +3. Request planner, as I said, contains an open rollovers and closed rollovers. In an open rollovers, information is updated and requests for depositing and withdrawal funds are executed. While in the closed rollover, only information is updated. Okay. The next one element works inside the request planner. This is the threshold. Threshold could be of 1 to 30 minutes. This is the period of time before an open rollover, after which the request will be replaced to another open rollover. For example, you see that an open rollover is set by 2 p.m. and the threshold is equal to 30 minutes. 2 p.m. minus 30 minutes, this is 1:30 p.m. If you apply your requests before 1:30 a.m., your request will be executed at 2 a.m. But if you apply your request between 1:30 and 2 p.m. Your request will be executed in the next open rollover. If this information is clear for you, please type the plus sign into the online chat and be free to ask questions. Okay, the next one key element is the trading interval. This is the period of time after which the calculation between the manager and investor are made automatically, meaning that after trading interval, the manager will receive his profit, his remuneration, and you as investor will get your net profit. Trading interval may be a month, a quarter, or half a year, and it also depends on the PAMM account manager strategy. PAMM account manager strategy. Okay, and for example, if the trading interval is equal to 1 month, and you invest in a PAMM account today on the 27th of September, your trading interval will end on the 27th of October. Okay, now I want to speak with you about the main formulas of the PAMM account series. And first of all, I want to tell you that the PAMM account series bases on the share price. Share in general, this is the part of the PAMM account proportion. No, this is like a proportion of the PAMM accounts that expressed in the percentage. At the beginning, when the PAMM account is opened, the share price is equal to 100 units. Let's draw the graph. At the beginning, here, the yield of the PAMM account is equal to 0%, meaning that the manager didn't trade yet. Okay, and at this moment, share price is equal to 100 units. Units depends on denomination of the PAMM account. It could be euro, GLD, or dollars, of course. For example, you see the PAMM account with dollars denomination. Share price is equal to $100. And you can see in this proportion that we can express the share price through the yield. Share price is equal to yield plus 100. Let's write yield like a D plus 100. Okay. And what else I can say? If you want to count how many shares do you have, you should divide your balance on the share price at the moment of your investment. For example, you want to invest in a PAMM account, so when the yield is equal to 100%. Meaning that the share price at that moment is equal to $200, because share price, this is the yield plus 100. And let's say you deposit your investment account, investor's investment account, about $100. To count share price quantity, you should divide your balance on the share price at the moment of investment. $100 divided on $200. This is about 0.5 Yes, $0.5. Oh, sorry, shares. Yes, 0.5 shares. Let's guess that the PAMM account yield is increased, and at this moment the yield is equal to 150%. The share price is equal to $250, and you want to withdraw funds. How many percent do you receive from point A to point B? If you have any questions at that moment, please feel free to ask me, and if you know the answer to my question, I will be happy to read it in the online chat. Don't forget to log into my Alpari. To count the return, the rate of return, let's say like this, the yield for the period, in other words, you should use a special formula to do it. And I want to show you how it looks like. Let's say like this. The yield for the period is equal to the yield at the end of the period of investment plus 100 minus the yield at the beginning of the period of investment plus 100 divided on the yield at the beginning of the period plus 100 and multiply on 100. Or, as we know, the yield plus 100 it's a share price, we can express the yield for the period, rate of return, if you want to, you can say like this, through the share price. Share price at the end of the period minus share price at the beginning of the period, divide on share price at the beginning of the period and multiply on 100. So let's count it up, and I prefer to count it up basics on the share price. Okay, share price at the end of the period, share price at the beginning, the yield at the beginning and the yield at the end. $250 minus $200, divide on $200 and multiply on 100. It's about 25% for the period. As I see, I'm right. 50 divides on 200 and multiply on 100. Yes, 25%. This is the rate of return for this period. As you can see, that's right. Okay, and here we are. I want to continue with you with the next one question, and I want to speak about gains and losses on the PAMM account. How it could divide among the participants of the PAMM account, and of course here is the basic rule that the profits and losses on the PAMM account are shared in proportion of funds that was introduced in the PAMM account. And here we can see an example with balance, with initial balance of each participant of the PAMM account. Let's say that the manager deposits his PAMM account, opens his PAMM account with $500. The first investor brings about $300, the second one $200, and the third one about $500. Let's guess that the profit for the period is amounted to 20%, meaning that each participant will receive plus 20% to their initial funds. And the manager will get about $100. The first investor will earn about $60, the second investor $40, and the third one $100. And of course, the manager will not pay himself, but another participant should pay for the successful trading to the manager. And here we can see that the public proposal is equal to 30%. This is the fixed percentage of reward. And the first investor will pay 30% of his profit of $60, of course. It's equal to $18. The second $12, and the third one $30 of 100. Here we can see that the manager will earn about $60 as a reward percentage, as a remuneration, and plus 100, this is his personal profit. The first investor will receive about $42 net profit, the second one will earn about $28, and the third one will earn about $70. Okay, it's clear for you? Please type the plus sign into the online chat, then I will be sure that all is okay, and my explanation is really useful for you, that you can understand me. Okay, let's move on to the next one question. And now I want to speak with you about investment strategies. In the PAMM account service, only 3 investment strategies. This is conservative, and aggressive, and the moderate strategy. Also, here is 3 types of the PAMM accounts with the same names, and you can see here that conservative PAMM account could earn about 5 to 10% for months, moderate of 10 to 15%, and aggressive over 15%. Independence of these strategies, you can decide which risk profile do you have. And now I'm ready to speak with you about an investment outline. In investment outline, there are 5 main points that you should write down for your investment, before an investment. Okay, where is the blue pen? Okay, an investment outline. Okay, and the first point is an investment amount. An investment amount should be comfortable for your budget. It shouldn't be a loan, and you shouldn't borrow money from your neighborhood. You should directly know that this money is for your investments, and you are ready to work with this money in the PAMM account. The second main point is an investment period. You should know when you need your money back, of course. And in accordance with your investment period, you should choose the PAMM account. Because if, for example, your PAMM account manager has a long-term strategy, but you need your money back after 1 month, you could not receive the percentage that you want in general. The third main point is an allowable drawdown. in a global drawdown. Oh, wait. For example, you should write for yourself that I can't lose more than 10% of my investment. The same you should do with your desired yield. Let's say I want to receive 30% for 3 months. 30% for 3 months. And the last one, main point, this is the first point with what I begin my speech. This is your risk profile. Decide before you make your investment who you are. You are a conservative investor, you are a moderate, or maybe you are an aggressive investor. Then after that it will be much more easier to decide to find the PAMM account that suits to your risk profile. Okay, and to do this I want to show you the basic parameters that will help you to choose the PAMM account where you would like to invest in. And here you can see 4 main parameters. This is volatility, this is recovery factor, this is leverage used, and of course age of the PAMM account. And the first parameter is showing aggressiveness, and this parameter is showing yield movement dynamics within a day from minimum to maximum. You can see that for conservative type of the PAMM account, it should be less than 3%, moderate 3 to 6%, and for aggressive type, it's should be higher than 6%, and it's usually higher than 6%. About recovery factor, you can see that this parameter showing if the manager has overcome his historical drawdown, and here we can see that the typical value for this parameter is equal to 1 unit. About leverage used, I can say that this parameter is showing the risk level of the PAMM account strategy, and for an aggressive PAMM account it's over 40 units. For moderate it's between 15 and 40 units, and for a conservative type of the PAMM account it's fewer than 15 units. The age express an experience of the PAMM account manager, and of course if you want to be sure and to find reliable PAMM account, you should choose for conservative type PAMM account with age over a year. For a moderate type it's over half a year, and for an aggressive type it's any age, because for an aggressive type, this is a non-predictable result in general, because an aggressive type contains in their strategy such elements that really could make a big drawdown with 5 minutes, and also can receive. The manager can receive more than 100% for the next 5 minutes. Okay, now I want to to explain you how you can work with monitoring of the PAMM account. In general, this is the PAMM account profile. To open the PAMM account profile, you should first of all hover your mouse over an investment tab and click on the PAMM account ratings tab. Here you can see all PAMM accounts that are active now in the PAMM account service, and we can know exactly how many 3,430 PAMM accounts is registered in the PAMM account service at that moment. Also, in the header of the PAMM account ratings, you can see help. Here you can see compilation principle of Alpari's rating. Here is for 3 stages: preliminary filter, this is assessment of the PAMM accounts, activeness, effectiveness, and allocation of position within the rating. Preliminary filter includes such conditions as the PAMM account should be public and should have a positive return. Also, PAMM account should have a public offer. It should be created over 3 months ago, and the manager's capital no less than $3,000, 3,000 euro, or 3,000 GLD, as I said before. After that, when the manager performs all these parameters, the service will estimate this PAMM account with his effectiveness. Effectiveness formula contains returns, leverage used, recovery factor, volatility, account age, maximum drawdown, and of course effectiveness, efficiency coefficient. Then we can see the third step. This is allocation of position within the rating. Okay, here we are, and now please pay attention to this button. This is a button with all parameters that could help you to sort the PAMM account ratings basis on your risk profile. Here you can find all these main parameters that we have discussed 1 minute ago, and of course you can choose them here. Okay, let's open the PAMM account monitoring. This is the PAMM account profile. You should just click on the PAMM account name to open it. Here you can see the header with return to date, with trading result that's showing how much money the manager has earned for his investors for all period of the existence. Equity, the amount of funds that are trusted to the manager at that moment. Manager's capital, non-withdrawable balance that could be removed only after a liquidation of a PAMM account, and also this money is involved in the trade, meaning that the manager risks with his personal money on the par with you. Risk level, almost maximum, we can see here, and risk level depends on the volatility range. You can see levels, and next to this level volatility range, the higher the score, the riskier the strategy, as I said before. And of course you can see the age of the PAMM account here. We can discuss 6 tabs in the PAMM account profile, and first of all, this is return to date tab, where you can see the yield graph, and you can choose any period of time in which you are interested in. You can calculate return for the period. For example, if you invest in this PAMM account 1 month ago, if you invested 1 month ago, you could earn about 13.5%. Return over periods, and here are the main information in the PAMM account profile. Here you can see a multi-level public proposal of 20% to 40%. the greater the balance, the lower the reward percentage. Here you can see trading interval of 1 month. Here you can see request planner. Time to complete your request. You can see 4 hours for open rollovers per day, and the threshold of 1 minute. Also pay attention to the active PAMM accounts, currently active PAMM accounts, and to the managers or PAMM accounts archive. Here you can see an experience of this manager, but here is no, of course, because return over the period is equal to 0%. But here could be more interesting information if you open another PAMM account. I mean, the PAMM account of another manager. The second tab is an investment tab. Here you can see equity graph that includes the return to date changes plus input and output transactions in the PAMM account for all period of time. Also, we can see here funds allocation, the pie chart showing the proportion of each participant of the PAMM account, and here we can see that the manager has more than $11,000 at this moment on the PAMM account, on the investment manager's investment account. Let's say like this. Okay, and also we can see that more than 2,000 investors trusted their funds to the manager. Next one tab is the trading tab. Here we can see leverage used. The leverage used chart shows how much leverage is used on the account, or the ratio of notional value of open positions on the account to the account equity level. All time, let's say like this. Here you can see also information about return and about the share price. Also, what is interesting for us, this is statistics, this is parameters that we discussed before. Here you can see recovery factor. If it's more than 1 unit, this is good point for the PAMM account, meaning that the manager has overcome his historical drawdown. Also here we can see daily return volatility. I'm sorry. This parameter influences aggressiveness and showing yield movement dynamics within a day from minimum to maximum. Maximum daily loss, maximum daily profit also you can find here. Maximum drawdown, I want to say like, maximum relative drawdown. This parameter showing how much money you could lose, how much percent you could lose with this manager if you invest in the highest point on the graph and withdraw funds on the lowest point on the graph. Maximum relative profit showing in another way how much money you could earn with this manager if you invest in the lowest point on the graph and withdraw funds on the highest point. Okay. The next one tab is the declaration tab, and I want to show you how it's look like, but we need to find the PAMM account where this tab is filled. Okay, declaration. Here you can see declared values in accordance with the manager's strategy, and of course you can see actual values with dates when it was updated the last time. The positive sign that the manager's declaration is honored during the long period of time. Also here sometimes you can see the short description of the manager's strategy. It's too important information. You can understand what about his strategy and what you should expect with this manager in the case of the profit. Okay, the next one tab is the calculation of expected return. Here you can find two parameters. This is predicted return. This parameter bases on the average profits and losses for the previous periods, and also you can see here expected deviation range. If the manager strategy will move on forward in the same way, we can receive with this manager, the manager's return could be about 768% in the next year on the 27th of September 2018. The next one tab is the discussion tab. Here you can ask questions, read important information, and also discuss this PAMM account with your colleagues, with such investors as you. Okay, here we are, and now we are ready to speak about next question. Now I want to check our plan, our outline of the webinar. Yes, we spoke about an investment plan, we discussed the indicators, and now we are ready to learn how to invest in a PAMM account. In general, there are two ways, through my Alpari or through the PAMM account ratings. I prefer to change the camera and to show you my desktop, that it could be more comfortable for you and for me at the same time. Okay. First of all, we should log into my Alpari. After that, you will see the left drop-down menu where you can find the tab My Investments in the PAMM account and also Invest with Alpari. That is more important for us at this moment. As I said, you can invest through the My Alpari and through the PAMM account ratings. To invest from Alpari, find the tab Invest with Alpari and click on Invest in a PAMM account tab. On the monitor I can see PAMM account ratings, but here is one issue. You can't sort this rating with parameters that we have discussed with you, because here is no parameters. But you can go to the PAMM account ratings to do this and to invest through it. But if you directly know which PAMM account you would like to invest in, you just click on the name of this account, and after that click, I'm sorry for what you should do it, you just click on the Invest button, because if you click on the name, the system will transfer you to the PAMM account ratings, to the monitoring of the PAMM account. After you click on Invest button, you can see the page with investment amount. Here you can write your investment amount, then you choose an account where you have funds to invest in this PAMM account. And what is important, you can see transfer date. Your request will be executed on the 27th of September 2017 at 3 p.m. Okay, then you should click on Invest Funds button. To see your investments dynamic, you should go to the My Investments tab and click in PAMM accounts. Here you can see summary statistics. Also, you can see all investments accounts that are active at this moment, and of course you can see archived accounts, your archived investment accounts. If you go down the page, you can see money distribution among the PAMM accounts, and also denomination of these PAMM accounts in proportion of fund that was introduced in these PAMM accounts. Okay, if you click on your investment account, you can see 3 tabs. This is equity monitoring, reports, and details. In equity monitoring, you can see profits and losses today and overall, and also equity performance daily or hourly. This is depends on your wish. If you want, you can click like this or click like this. Okay, reports. Reports showing the balance operations. This is input and output transactions. You can choose the period of time what you are interested in and click on show reports button. In the details tab, you can see general information, your equity parameter, end of your investment interval or trading interval, in other words, your balance, your share held, share price, and when your investment account was opened. Okay, if you want to invest through the Alpari, you just should open the PAMM account ratings, find the PAMM account where you would like to invest in, and in the monitoring of the PAMM account, click on invest funds button. After that, the system will transfer you to the Alpari, and here you should fill in the investment amount, find the PAMM account, find the investment. Sorry, choose the account where you would like. No, choose the account where you have money to invest in a PAMM account, and also transfer dates when your request will be executed. After that, click on Invest Funds button and see your investment dynamic in the My Investments tab in PAMM accounts. Also, today we have discussed how to which parameters are important, which indicators are important when we're choosing the PAMM account where we would like to invest in. I want to show you how to sort the PAMM account in accordance with these parameters. First of all, you should choose all of them here, and then you can see in the header, for example, if we want to choose the PAMM account with a moderate type, we should set since opened more than over 6 months, leverage used less than 40 units. If you don't see such figure, you can write it down yourself. Recovery factor more than 1 unit should be. All-time volatility, it's about it should be less fewer than 6% per 3 months. Let's write it down here. And of course, you should set the risk level. It should be less than 3 points. Manager's capital more than 3,000, but you can stay like this without it. And general, and of course, you should choose account denomination. After that, you are ready to choose the PAMM account where you would like to invest in, but here is no. Sorry, less than 6. Yes, it's better now. Okay. And to save these settings, you just should click on my search link and write down the name of these tradings, moderate tradings. Then click on the save button. After that, you can open the PAMM account monitoring one more time and just click on the moderate links, on the moderate link. Okay. Here we are. If you have any question, I will be happy to answer to you on it. Now I want to sum up our webinar results. And today we discussed what the PAMM account is and what the main elements of any PAMM account are. Also today we spoke about the main formulas of the PAMM account. We have learned what does it mean in the share price, how to count quantity of the shares on your investment account. Also today we have learned how to count up the rate of return. And after that we spoke about the PAMM account main parameters. We discussed the monitoring. We spoke about an investment plan, about main indicators that should help us to find the best PAMM account for our investment. And of course we have learned how to invest in a PAMM account. As I see you don't have any questions right now, I hope that this webinar was useful for you. I wish to you the great profit for this week and all the best. Bye.